This is Mike with AskTractorMike.com. I'm at the Ozark Fall Farm Fest, actually in an indoor booth, which are kind of rare here. But I'm speaking with Terri, who's the owner of the Tractor Barn in Springfield, Missouri, and she's a Mahindra dealer. And Terri, the first thing I want to talk about today, you are really unique. You're in a male-dominated business, yes. And you're a female owner of a tractor dealership. And 10% of my viewers are female. And I attribute a lot of that to my freakish good looks, but I think a lot of times, this was my experience in sales, a lot of times the female is buying a tractor. If there's a husband and wife, a lot of times the wife is the one that's going to be using it. So there's a gender thing that we need to talk about. I guess my first question to you is what's it like, and can you offer advice if I have salespeople watching about how to deal with the female customers?
Well, the female is going to make the decision. Usually, 9 times out of 10, I just dealt with a gentleman just a while ago, and he said, I've got to go talk to my wife. They are the ones that will say yes or no, basically. So in sales, you really, really need to communicate with the woman. One thing that I try to do really lots when I'm selling a tractor is I try to talk about them. I try to find out what their needs are, what they're going to do with it, who's going to run it, are their grandkids going to run it, is it just going to be a farm tractor, are they going to use it in their yard, are they going to use it in the garden, what are they going to do with it? And then I try to match that up with the customer. I have a funny story about a little woman. I had a couple that came in, it's been years ago, and they were probably late 70s, and she was just the cutest little thing, and she had her purse on her shoulder, and she was standing there, and he was looking at the tractor, and she was just kind of along. And I said, get on it. And she said, oh, no, I couldn't do that. I said, yes, you can. I said, give me your purse, get on the tractor, and drive it. Well, she got on and drove it, and her husband said, I've been trying to get her to drive a tractor for 25 years, and you did it in 5 minutes. And I said, we got to know what to do. So she drove it around, and they bought it, and he came in about a week later, and he said, I am so mad at you. He said, she has not gotten off my tractor. I had another couple in this morning, same story. She took the tractor, she clears the land, she does it all. So you've really got to engage with that woman and find out, because if she's not going to run it, she may be going to pay for it,
A lot of females shopping for tractors, and they get bad experiences along the way. Is there any advice you'd give them when shopping for a tractor?
Well, I think the main thing is you need to be educated. You need to find out exactly what you're going to do. Like, for instance, if you're going to load hay in a barn, you need to know how high you need that to go. Or if you're going to load mulch in a truck, you need to know how much that's going to weigh. So you kind of need to know what your needs are. And then when you go into a tractor dealership, make certain that that salesperson is going to figure that out, and that, when I sell something, I sell what's best for you. I don't sell something just because I've got something and I need to sell it. And so if you're dealing with a salesman that's all they care about, I'm just going down the road, because you want to, it's a big expense and it's a big purchase, and a lot of people keep their tractors for the rest of their lives, It's not like a pickup, and so therefore you want to get right out of the gate. And I bought 3 trucks, and no man salesman took the time to tell me, well, you can't do this with it, and you can't do this with it. I had to go down that hard road and figure that out myself, where if I'd had the right salesperson, they would have told me that won't work for what you're doing. And so therefore I really feel like that's what you need to do. You need to know your needs, and then you need to find a salesperson that will match you up with the right tractor for that need.
I think a lot of folks that shop for tractors have had a bad experience with a car dealer, and my experience with tractor dealers are generally they're more helpful, and you can trust them more than, and I don't want to talk down to car dealers, but I mean, right. It's a little different mentality.
It is. It absolutely is. And, like I say, a tractor is something that holds its value, and it's something that, has many, many uses. And so when people get that in their head, it's actually a very good investment. Because it doesn't lose its value. It will maintain its value. And so therefore, people that sell something like that, hopefully they're going to take more concern with that, And so I think you're right about that.
Last question I have, I guess two-part question. Number one, you represent Mahindra, very fast-growing tractor company, number one in tractors worldwide. Is there anything new with Mahindra product-wise that the viewers would like to know about, number one? And number two, what's the best time of year to buy one?
Well, those are good questions. Mahindra is the number one tractor in the world. They are very, very aggressive. They are a very good company. If I can toot their horn, they furnished this booth for me. They furnished this display for me. They provided guys to set it up for me. So they really back their dealers, which is so important. You know that. You know, we can get tractors usually within 2 days if we need one, which I've heard other vendors it's taken 6 months, you know. So that's a very good thing. They have the best warranty in the industry. They have a common rail diesel, so there's no DEF, there's no diesel particular filter, which, you know, the competition doesn't have that to offer. Mahindra's ahead of that game, and they are, right now, there's a national dealer meeting that I didn't get to go to, and they have introduced about 4 new models, which has power shuttles and in 15 gears range, and then they have 90 horse tractors, which we've needed a little bigger tractor. So we're going into a little bigger area. The other thing that they've come out with is the UTVs, which is made by Intimidator in Arkansas, which we love that because it's close. And we're going to have a liquid cooled UTV that will run higher speed. Our UTVs now will only run 35 miles an hour, and they will run, you know, up with the Polaris and the other brands. So speed is not that big a deal to my customers, but I know that there are people out there that they want.
And the best time of year, can you time a purchase?
Any time is a good time to buy a tractor. But I love December because, you know, we're all usually not real busy, and it's a good time, and you can write it off on your taxes, you know. Springtime is a fun time to buy a tractor because you're excited about what you're going to do and all of that. And then, you know, we do a lot in the summer, you know, whenever guys get in the hayfield and they realize or they got a bush hog or whatever. So really there's not a bad time.
All righty. Thank you, Terri.
You bet.
I survive on web traffic. I'd be honored if you'd subscribe to my YouTube channel and like my Facebook page and share this video with other tractor enthusiasts. And if you have questions or comments, put them below. We'll try to answer them. Thanks for watching.